Welcome to Connect with me here on MeTV Fresno. I'm John Malos on COMCAST 187 and 43.6 on this Tuesday morning. It's Business Tuesday. And what do we have on the program today? Well, we have a local business that we're going to feature. It's minority owned, and guess what? They were honored at the White House last week. That's right. Stay tuned. Connect with me is coming up next. No doubt about it. It is Tuesday morning, and we are talking about business. We're going to focus on local business this morning here live from Ventura TV. You're watching us on COMCAST and 43.6. In fact, we're going to focus on a minority business here in the city of Fresno that got a lot of attention back east in the nation's capital last week. Alex, let's roll the videotape and take a look. It is a business that is owned by two local people as we take a look at that tape, and we're going to, there they are right there. It's Vernice Creese and Tommie Nellon, two local people at the White House, champions of change last week at the White House. They were actually invited. Boy, how cool is that? And there's Vernice holding one of her solar panels. It is a solar-owned business, Unlimited Energy Solar Solutions, a company started by Nellon back in the early 80s. He's been serving customers throughout the state of California for the better part of 28 years, nearly 30 years now. He puts panels on commercial buildings, he puts them on homes, he puts them on farms, anywhere he can. That's a great shot of San Francisco right there, putting the panels on, a job that he had there. Now, Nellon is a local guy, born in Fresno. He's a West Coast guy all the way, right here, locally grown. And he's the driving force in the field for the company, putting on those panels, installing them with a crew. Yes, even in the searing Fresno heat when it's 100+ degrees here in the summertime. In the meantime, Creese, she is an East Coast person, born in Brooklyn, New York. I wonder if she's a Dodger fan. We'll have to ask her about that in a second because you know I'm a San Francisco Giants fan. We won't get too much into that, but she works the business side of it while Tommie is out in the field. In the meantime, these two met 6 years ago. They came together. They now own the business. They're engaged. We have them live in our studio right here on the floor of Ventura TV. That's right, Vernice Creese and Tommie Nellon coming up in just a moment here on Connect with Me.
Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're the low-price leading brands reliable advice place. The Frigidaire Gallery Dream Kitchen Get Yours Today place. You with me? Right now get huge savings on select Frigidaire Gallery appliances and pay no interest when paid in full within 6 months at the hometown low-price think outside the big box place. Since 1951, Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're working hard to be your place. Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're the save energy, save time, save money place. The Energy Star qualified, ready steam equipped, high efficiency Frigidaire affinity place. You heard right. Right now, save big on select Frigidaire laundry pairs and pay no interest when paid in full within 6 months. At the hometown low-price think outside the big box place. Since 1951, Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're working hard to be your place.
Welcome back to Connect with me here on MeTV Fresno. I'm John Malos. It is Business Tuesday, and we're talking about Vernice Creese. He's the president and the CEO of Unlimited Energy Solar Solutions here in Fresno, the only certified solar company in the state to be owned by a minority woman. That's right. We're going to talk to her about that. And Tommie Nellon, the founder of the company, in fact, he started this company in the back of his pickup truck. We're going to ask him about that. Vernice, welcome to Connect with Me. It's a pleasure to have you. And Tommie, good to see you. Again, I saw you yesterday out there installing those panels. Boy, that's a big job.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So Vernice, you're invited to the White House. And you were at the White House last week.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was an honor. It was
words cannot even put it into, I can't even express it. That's how excited I'm still am. It was overwhelming, but it was a pleasure. It was something that I hope many of us as minorities and business owners would experience. It was great to be amongst those who are in the same industry and to be able to share what we're doing. So it was exciting.
Now, being the only minority owner of a solar company in the state of California, what do you think the significance of that is? Talk about that.
Sometimes when I wake up in the morning, it can be a pressure. It could be
Why?
Overwhelming, but at the same time, it's an honor. I take it as a privilege. I take it as something that I have been awarded to do by the higher power for those who might believe in a higher power.
Why do you feel the pressure? Do you feel like you're a role model?
It's a responsibility. I'm a
Yeah.
role model for young people, not just for women, but for young folks who might be looking into going into business in the future, or right now who might be graduating and trying to figure out what direction they want to go. And so I take it to be a very important position to be in, to make sure that I fulfill the requirements of a leader.
Because you are the inspiration for others, is that correct?
Correct.
Other
Absolutely.
minorities who can maybe do the same thing, you can give them the inspiration and the knowledge, perhaps. And
Absolutely. Absolutely.
that they can do the same thing.
Absolutely. And it doesn't necessarily have to be in my particular field. It could be in any field. So I just want to make sure that I fulfill my requirements as an inspirational person and fulfill my role.
Quickly, the minorities who are looking out there right now at this program, and they look at you and Tommie, what advice can you give them that they can be ensured that they can climb the same mountain that you did?
Oh, fulfill your dreams. Do not give up. Always, always aim for a moon and you will definitely land among the stars. Stay encouraged. Do your best all the time. Even if you think that your best is not your best, do it at 125%. And you will be recognized for what you're doing.
Right. Tommie, I'm not ignoring you. You started this company out of the back of a pickup truck back in the early 80s. Talk about that.
Yeah. Well, it's actually the back of a Ford Pinto. Okay, ladder sticking out the window, the whole nine. But,
that's even worse.
That's it. I had a couple of business cards, and there was a need for service and repair of solar equipment, and
Right.
which I was pretty good at. So I would make phone calls, get people that are drive around the neighborhoods, find solar systems that are not working, thermal water systems. Knock on the door and say, "Hey, I can get this thing to work."
So it was like being a door-to-door salesman almost.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And now it's grown into this.
Yes.
And you must be proud.
Very, very, very proud.
And so you two met 6 years ago. How did you meet? Now you're the CEO, you're the COO of the
Yes.
company. How did you two meet?
Well, we actually met working towards another project. I was here on something completely different. And so we kind of passed each other's pathway, if you want to call it that. And we became friends, but we really didn't have any discussions, any in-depth discussions. We knew of one another and we kept in touch with one another. And then after a couple years later, I started doing some consulting work for him, reviewing the business, kind of getting a better understanding of what Mr. Nellon did. And so after he kind of had more and further conversation about his experiences and what he was doing as a business person, I really started to embrace renewable energy as a whole. And so probably about maybe 3 years ago,
Yes.
if that be, then that's where the birth of Unlimited Energy Solar Solutions came from.
As mentioned, you were invited to the White House, both of you were, as part of the President's Renewable Energy Program, as we all know. It's called the Champions of Change. Now, we've got some videotape of Vernice as part of a panel, one of 9 companies, right, invited
Yes.
to the White House. And we're going to take a look at that videotape right now as Vernice is addressing the panel. She was invited. Of course, Tommie was there in the audience. Let's take a look. This was last Thursday.
First, I just want to say thank you to the White House and to those who nominated Unlimited Energy Solar Solutions for us to be up here. It's very humbling, and we truly appreciate it. And, you know, I am so glad to know and hear my colleagues say the same thing in regards to that it found them, because it really took me back when I saw the question and I heard it and I was saying, well, how am I going to explain about how I ended up into this renewable energy region, because I am actually from a business background.
Okay, and so that was Vernice at the White House, of course, last Thursday, addressing the panel. So how do you explain how you got to where you are?
Well, what I said then, and I'm saying now, he's the one that actually found me, and being as the founder, he came to me and he said, you know, Ms. Creese, we need to take this to another level. We need to make sure that we are beginning to advocate and teach the newcomers. We need to make sure that they understand what is expected of them when they're coming into the workforce. And that's when he kind of handed the baton on to me to make sure that I took that and ran with it. So that's how I became what you call today the president and CEO of the company.
Right. And how would you encourage other minorities, in your opinion, Tommie, to get involved and see what they can do to try to be an entrepreneur like you two are?
It's self-determination and self-discipline.
Is it a risk?
Everything is a risk. It's a risk, but it's, like I said, it's a risk that you control. So it's you find something you like. It's not really work at that time. It's fun. But you have to perfect it and be better than anybody else in what you do. And the key thing is never give up. Never give up. Keep pushing forward. Keep pushing forward.
And you've got to have the motivation.
Yes, yes, and that comes with discipline. You know, you get up every morning. You focus on this, and you know, working 8 to 5, you work 8 to 5. But when you own your own business, it's 24/7. You're always thinking about what can I do to make it better. What can I do, and you strive for that.
It's also personal satisfaction.
Yeah.
Personal satisfaction. I mean, if you want to do something and you have a goal for it and a dream, it's that satisfaction at the end of the day that, you know, I actually did something. I accomplished it, whatever that might be.
Before we go to break, you two are engaged. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks.
When's the wedding?
We don't know yet. We haven't really planned it. We have a business to run, so.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, we got a show to continue here, and we're going to take a time out and make some money here, a commercial timeout. But we're going to talk more with Vernice and Tommie in just a moment here. We're going to talk about solar panels, and we're actually going to take a look at some videotape when we come back of Tommie and his crew out there yesterday in Madeira. It was hot. We're going to be back in just a moment here on Connect with Me. You're watching MeTV on COMCAST 187 and 43.6.
Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're the save energy, save time, save money place. The Energy Star qualified #1 rated high efficiency Cabrio from Whirlpool Place. You heard right. Right now, save big on select Whirlpool Cabrio laundry pairs and pay no interest when paid in full within 6 months. At the hometown low price, think outside the big box place. Since 1951, Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're working hard to be your place.
The focus today is on business. I'm John Malos. Welcome back to Connect with Me. We're here with Vernice and Tommie talking about your company. And Tommie, I was out in Madeira yesterday with you guys. I met you out there for a few minutes, not too long, but you guys were out there for quite a long time installing the panels on a home in Madeira. Let's take a look at the tape. And, you know, one of the things I want to ask you, first of all, as we roll it and take it, is how big are some of these panels that you're actually installing on the homes? As we take a look at, there's a shot of you carrying one of those panels now.
Yeah, average panel is about, say, 40 inches by 65 inches. On average, 250 watts is an output of a basic solar panel.
What does one of the what are one of the panels in terms of weight? What does it weigh?
That panel is about 35 pounds, 40 pounds.
Okay, and now we're taking a look at just, you know, those are 3 panels stuck together.
Yeah.
Now here's the panel actually, or one of them actually going up on top of the roof. Talk about the installation. You had 3 crew members out there.
Yeah, our installs take 2 to 3 people to install a system, and good guys on the roof that I call sure-footed, that they can walk up there and do what they need to do. Electrical background, being able to wire and not get shocked.
Those are actually wired. Those panels are wired.
Yeah, they're wired. It's about 400 volts DC up there, so they got to know what they're doing.
Right. And what about the cost of now that particular job was about $18,000, you said.
Correct.
On average, what would it cost the average consumer to put up those panels on their roof?
Again, it's based on how much electricity they need. Right. But on average, I'd say between $15,000 to $23,000 on average.
Right. And do you get a rebate, or is that after rebate, or from the government? Do you get a rebate, or how does that work?
There's a small rebate now. At one time it was fairly large, but it's a small rebate now, and you do get a tax credit of 30%, federal tax credit. So that's part of the equation.
Right. And do you find that the popularity of using solar panels is increasing?
Greatly.
Absolutely.
Greatly increasing.
In what regard?
People are now aware of solar and how it works, and that it does work. So now that they can see that's more money in their pocket at the end of the day, they want it. So the popularity has just grown immensely.
Because they want to reduce their energy bill.
Correct.
Reduce the energy
Yeah.
bill.
And
Right.
you think it's going to continue to grow?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
By leaps and bounds?
Yeah, we're
Even
just
though-
scratching the surface.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Just scratching the surface. I didn't mean to cut you, but from my time being in renewable energy, one of the things back in the day, it was more of a popularity thing, and now people are more focusing on not only economics but environmental. So it is becoming more popular, or I should say, it's becoming understood that it's really more important to really focus on such things as solar.
Do you think the cost will come down, though? It still is kind of steep for a lot of average families.
It's coming down every day. You know, we're improving installation techniques, we're improving products, so that brings the cost down quite a bit.
What about okay, I've been reading, and even you told me about the Chinese tariffs.
Right.
Okay, talk about that a little bit and explain what that means.
Okay, well, I call it two minds thinking here as far as the Chinese tariff and the Chinese and their influx of solar modules. I can't get mad at the Chinese for producing a better mousetrap. I mean, that's what business is about.
So what are they doing? Are they producing panels at a lower cost?
They're producing panels at a lower cost. They're subsidized by the Chinese government.
Correct.
Okay, now the Chinese government is looking at this as a global thing. They can make modules and sell them to the world and make money. United States, we're a little apprehensive due to Solyndra,
Yes.
but to put money into solar companies in order to grow the market. But at the end of the day, they are making modules far less than what we can and selling it to us.
Is that
Right.
why the U.S. government put tariffs on
Yeah.
the Chinese products?
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately,
yes. There are American companies saying unfair, because they can sell the modules just like we can, same quality that we have for less money.
And Germany's not too happy about it, you
Of course,
said.
no, of course not. Yeah, that's the same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing. So, at the end of the day, business is business.
Yeah.
And if I come with a better mousetrap, if I come with a better idea for less money, don't fault me for it. So again, it's two minds here thinking. I'm 100% American, but I'm also 100% business.
Correct.
At the end of the day,
Yeah, it's money.
It's money.
It is.
And the buyers are going to look for the best deal.
the buyer's going to look for the best deal.
And we're buyers.
Yeah, that's the truth. All right, we got another piece of videotape before we go to break here. I want you to explain this. Maybe you can both address this. The support mounts on the roof that we took a look at yesterday on that roof right there. There you see it right there.
Yes.
That's the support mount that holds the panels on top of the roof. Is it safe to put those on top of Isn't it too much weight on the roof? I mean, I've heard that argument before. Maybe you can address that.
Well, back in the day, there were water systems that were extremely heavy. They were like 800 pounds in a 4 by 10 foot footprint, a lot of weight. The modules today are about 3 pounds per square foot. Snow loads are greater than that. So at the end of the day, there really isn't any risk with mounting panels on a roof. There are some roof structures that are lightweight, but we take a look at those before we install. And if they look like they're lightweight, then we'll have to have a structural engineer come in and tell us what we need to do to beef that up. But that's few and far between.
Structurally, they're safe, or you're not going to install it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They have to
I
be.
mean,
Yeah.
that's like
Yeah.
common sense, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes, but 99% of the systems we install, never a problem. In fact, in that particular application, we're taking tile off. We're making our roof lighter. The tile is actually weighing more than the solar panels.
Right.
So when we put that stanchion up, we're taking tile out and putting solar in its place.
All right. We got to take another time out. We got to do a commercial. Can you stick around?
Sure.
Absolutely.
All right. Vernice and Tommie, thank you very much. And Connect with Me will continue after a brief timeout right here on COMCAST.
Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're the save energy, save time, save money place. The Energy Star qualified #1 rated high-efficiency Cabrio from Whirlpool Place. You heard right. Right now, save big on select Whirlpool Cabrio laundry pairs and pay no interest when paid in full within 6 months. At the hometown low price, think outside the big box place. Since 1951, Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're working hard to be your place.
Sunday night.
Let's move.
A perfect night for crime. A perfect night for me.
You've got to help me.
MeTV, that is. With detectives.
My name is Gunn.
Fugitives.
I didn't kill her.
Guns. Surly.
This is the Twilight Zone.
And much, much more.
You'll go along with that, won't you?
Sunday Night Noir. Starting at 10, 9 Central on MeTV.
Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're the low-price leading brands reliable advice place. The Whirlpool Dream Kitchen Get Yours Today place. Check this out. Right now, get huge savings on select Whirlpool appliances and pay no interest when paid in full within 6 months. At the hometown low price, think outside the big box place. Since 1951, Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're working hard to be your place.
I'm Lou Grant. Mary asked me to do a promo for MeTV.
You want to see me, Lou?
Not now, Ted. Watch me on...
Danish donut?
I said not now, Ted. Watch me on MeTV.
You don't like me? I'll fire you.
Watch Mary Tyler Moore. I'll fire you.
MeTV Fresno, now on COMCAST Channel 187.
Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're the low-price leading brands reliable advice place. The Whirlpool Dream Kitchen Get Yours Today place. Check this out. Right now, get huge savings on select Whirlpool appliances and pay no interest when paid in full within 6 months. At the hometown low price, think outside the big box place. Since 1951, Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're working hard to be your place.
Welcome back to Connect with me. I'm John Malos here with Dennis Patton, and you are going to talk about an Energy Star saving Frigidaire from Frigidaire.
You're correct. This is actually the 21 cubic foot Energy Star refrigerator from Frigidaire. This is actually the biggest refrigerator in the business for 21 cubic foot, top freezer, bottom fridge.
Energy Star means what, Dennis, to anybody out there?
Energy Star means to you is that you only pay $3.58 a month to run this refrigerator.
That's it?
That's it.
Wow. All right. Can we open this thing up?
We sure can. We have a great size on a freezer. It is a full 5 cubic foot freezer, frost-free, with a full rack on it. Also, too, with the refrigerator, it has the storage bins, which are the Store More feature, which actually can hold a couple gallons of milk. We can actually have your spill-proof shelving. And spill-proof shelving actually means that if you spill liquid on it, it will hold up to 12 ounces of liquid before it would spill over. So it's easy for cleanup.
Oh wow, that's a good good deal here, because I do spill quite a few things in the fridge, as you well know, because I've told you that before. But give us some other examples and some other good features about this fridge here.
Well, the other examples, like I said, it does have the deli rack, which is convenient for your meats and cheeses. Does have the full crispers, which are adjustable for your fruits or vegetables, because you have to have them a little dry or a little wet, depending on the fruits.
Right, and you can adjust the temperature in here?
Oh, definitely. This is actually a one-touch for freezer and fridge, so it's easy to keep controlled.
So you only have one control in here for both the fridge and the freezer?
Yes, and just it has an added control for the freezer if you want to put a little bit more coldness. So if you find out that you have that ice cream that's getting soft.
Yeah, I understand. Okay, what about the price?
The price, we normally sell it for $8.49. We have it for $6.49. But this month we have a $50 rebate from our buying group, which nets down to $5.99. Plus, for our customers, Connect with Me, we are actually offering a ice maker installed, $90 value for free.
$549.
Yes, correct.
Okay, and how does that? $5.99, and how does that compare to the other guys?
Well, normally we have Sears at $7.59, and Best Buy's is at $7.19.
All right. I don't know how you do it day in and day out.
Well, we have that buying group, $12 billion buying group, which actually means we can buy low and pass the savings on to you.
That's right. All right, Dennis Patton, thank you very much, a salesperson here at Ventura TV. And we're going to be back with more of Connect with Me right here on MeTV Fresno. By the way, to get to the store, we're just off the 41. We're just off the 168. You can get here through the 41 or the 168. We're 10 minutes from Clovis, 10 minutes from River Park. It's an easy drive to Ventura TV. We're back in just a moment.
Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're the save energy, save time, save money place. The Energy Star qualified #1 rated high-efficiency Cabrio from Whirlpool Place. You heard right. Right now, save big on select Whirlpool Cabrio laundry pairs and pay no interest when paid in full within 6 months. At the hometown low price, think outside the big box place. Since 1951, Ventura TV Appliance Center. We're working hard to be your place.
Don't you ever hit me again!
Chief, I think we got a hit on our hands.
MeTV Fresno, now on COMCAST Channel 187.
Welcome back to Connect with Me. I'm John Malos, your host here on MeTV Fresno. We're here with Vernice Creese and Tommie Nellon. Of course, your solar company, yours too, and it's 28 years old now. Did you think you would last this long? I'll start with you, Tommie.
Absolutely.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, once you determine to do something, you try it. It's not like I have a choice. So, I'm here until I have a successor, and keep it moving.
Right. And Vernice, you are a Dodger fan. I know you're from Brooklyn. You got to be a Dodger fan, right? No?
I will for the TV.
Okay.
But I'm a Giants.
You're a Giants fan?
I'm actually a Giants fan.
Yay!
Yeah,
All right, congratulations. I don't know. You know, I meet people from Brooklyn, and they're usually
right?
Dodger fans.
No, I'm not a Dodger fan.
Okay, all right.
Please, we'll X that out later, though. You know, I'll hide my face on that one, but I am a Giants fan.
All right. But anything else you'd like to add about your company? I'm surprised that you haven't gotten more publicity here in Fresno with your visit to the White House. I mean, when you first got the invitation, you thought it was...
Actually, I thought it was a practical joke for my family. They love doing that. So I almost threw it away and paid no attention to it. And then something said, you know what, just put a phone call in, because it was a 202 number, so it looked legit. So I went ahead and I made a phone call, and from that point on, we were just on the phone constantly, and they were just lovely to speak with. They almost felt like my next door neighbors. So I'm glad that I did not throw it away or delete it or disregarded it, because I would have missed out.
You would.
I know. I would have missed out.
Now, you didn't get a chance to meet President Obama, did you?
No. We did meet his dog, but we didn't. We saw his dog, but we did not meet Obama. Yeah.
And what did you think of D.C., Tommie?
I love D.C. In fact, I was telling her we have to go back there. The history, the architect, everything there. That's just amazing. I need at least a week in D.C. I need at least a week.
A month.
I was just.
You've got to go through the Aerospace Museum, the Washington Monument. You've already been to the White House, but you got to go to the Lincoln Memorial, the Jefferson Memorial.
So much.
It's like a kid in Disneyland.
Right.
It's overload.
Right. I appreciate your time.
Okay.
I hope you guys come back. Will you?
We
Congratulations
will.
on your engagement and the success of your business. We're glad to have you, Vernice and Tommie. I appreciate it.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you. Before we go out, we want to commemorate and honor those who were killed in the Armenian Genocide. It was 97 years ago today it started. Back with more tomorrow.